were able to trim it to 5. Just what was the key to that run to not be down so much?
I think just the sense of urgency changed. You know, we felt like a little bit of a letdown game to start. You know, we've been on this great run and great 2-game road trip, and I think we kind of let our guard down a little bit. This team was coming off a back-to-back, you know, with their game in Portland last night, so just felt like we let down early and we didn't have our defensive intensity where it needed to be. And it seemed like the last 2 or 3 minutes of the second quarter that changed, and it carried over to the second half. Our defense from that point on was fantastic.
Steve, wasn't me, his offense wasn't there, and he didn't let it affect his defense.
It's the first thing I thought of when I looked at the stat sheet. You know, it was Draymond 2 for 11, you know, missed all 3 of his threes, and you look at the plus minus, he's a plus 15, highest in the game for anybody. And you know, Draymond is his offense, at least his shooting is just going to come and go, but he's always going to be an integral part of the offense, setting screens, passing the ball, moving, cutting. I mean, he's just such a big part of everything we do. But his defense is really what makes him who he is. I think he's the best defensive player in the league, and I thought he showed that tonight. And we got to mention Andre as well. And that same breath, his defense tonight and everything he did was fantastic. He just continues his great play.
Big plays from so many different guys, from Ian and from Matt's big basket there. I mean, how nice is it to see something like that at this stage of the year?
Yeah, well, you know, it's we played 11 people tonight. We played all 11 guys that we had available, and they all played important minutes for us. McAdoo came in, gave us a burst. JaVale's minutes in the second quarter were great, and so it's just nice to be able to count on so many different people, trust all of our players, and they understand that if they stay ready, they're going to get a chance, and they all produce. They all stay prepared.
You just mentioned those minutes you talked about. You guys really kind of needed a spark at that time. Can you elaborate a little bit on what he meant for you tonight?
Yeah, well, you know, he's so athletic, and the threat of the lob is always an important factor with JaVale, and just felt like, you know, even more so tonight. You know, they jumbled up the matchups. They really kind of changed all the matchups since the last time we played them, and so it was good for us to, because of all the switching, what they were doing, to put that lob threat in there. And he got several quick baskets as soon as he got in, and that helped turn the tide for us.
You have to discuss rest game in San Antonio. Is it a bit much to say?
I'm sorry?
You haven't lost since the much discussed rest game in San Antonio. Is it a bit much to, you know, hypothesize, theorize that, you know, that's a big reason why you've won 10 straight games?
I'll let you hypothesize. But we needed the rest, and it helped. I don't know how much, but it helped.
Who we got next?
So how huge was this week going into playoffs with the 3 wins you guys had? How does that boost the team morale, and how are you guys going at it? You know, into April.
The last 3 games you're talking about?
Yeah, this week. I mean, facing the top team
in
in the
well,
West.
It's been a great week. It's been a great couple of weeks, and the biggest thing is that our defense during this 10-game streak has been fantastic. I mean, we're routinely holding teams, to low shooting percentage. I think over that stretch, over those 10 games, teams have shot less than 40% total, and that's a pretty amazing number in the NBA. So it's great. We got 6 games to go, and we don't have the 1 seed locked up yet. So we've got to keep going, and we'll see how it all plays out.
14 blocks tonight, I think 7 of those in the third. How just help me with the rim protection.
Yeah, JaVale had 1 stretch in the second quarter where he made 2 or 3 right in a row. That was big. I thought Draymond was tremendous coming over from the weak side. I think he had 3 blocks. Andre, we just have a lot of guys who are capable of getting a block shot here and there. Maybe not the one dominant shot blocker like we used to with Bogut, or Ezeli, but just everybody chipping in and staying active and getting their hands up vertical at the rim and trying to bother the shot.
The Rockets are before about their ability to draw fouls. Is there a benefit to playing them twice in pretty quick succession this close to the playoffs? I mean, who knows if you're going to play them, but just to have that experience right now?
Sure. They're a great team, really hard to guard, and Harden puts so much pressure on you. And I thought we made a big improvement tonight from the other night in terms of not reaching. They still went to the line a lot in the first half, but in the end they ended up with 23 free throws. It was 39 the other night. So I thought we learned quite a bit and made a good adjustment. And we'll see what happens down the road. But it's always good to be challenged and play against a great team because it forces you to really be on edge and ready.
They started in the first and third quarters. Did that throw you guys off a little bit? And just how tough is it to, you might want to go to that post-up mismatch, but you don't want to just post a guy up?
Yeah, it was totally different matchups from the other day, and they jumbled all of that, and I thought it threw us off a little bit early. We were maybe force-feeding Zaza, and I think, in those situations, you just have to play. I always tell the guys, just move the ball, let it come out in the wash. They think I'm crazy for using that phrase. They don't know what it means, but I try to explain it to them. But I think when you just play, instead of trying to lock in on a matchup, I think you're much better off. And I thought it wasn't just the Zaza Harden matchup. I thought there were several instances in the first half where we were trying to isolate one of our players on a smaller guy, and the ball wasn't really moving like it normally does for us. And we went away from that in the second. The ball started moving better, and we broke free.
Great, is that it? Cool, thank you. Steph will be in here.